What is up? It has been a while, and I was just clicking through my old videos, and I came into a realization watching back through each of them when I was talking, let's say to my future self, just saying I was going to do this later. I rarely kept my word, and it's just kind of disappointing to see because you would hope you're able to depend on yourself, and I like to say I live by my word. But I don't want to make this video about me moping about my past self. So if you clicked on this, there's a reason, because it resonated with you. Whatever I'm putting as the title, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is kind of just a random thing, but it's been around 9 months since I posted my last video. And it's not like I was consistent in the first place. It was just something I like to do, but it was a way I could keep my brain firing with stuff like this, because I would keep looking back, seeing what I'm improving on. And I feel like it can correlate to a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Now, I don't know what situation you're in, person watching this, but if you're doing business stuff, trying to make money, like me, like a lot of other people that are on here, then I feel like the main thing I can give you that I've learned in my 3 years of doing this and failing countless times is that if you break your word, if you promise something and you don't do it, even if you just promise yourself, you're never going to get anywhere. Never. By breaking your word, you're never going to get anywhere. And like, for example, I used to do this thing where every day I would say I'm going to do 100 push-ups when I get home or something like that. And I haven't done that in months. And I've noticed I've been saying stuff and I haven't been actually doing it, which is a huge problem, because that's what's been holding me back all this time. I started off doing agency from buying a course, and I failed it completely because I never put enough effort in. I didn't trust myself. I didn't believe myself fully, and that's the problem with 99% of people is they don't fully believe they can make it. So when you're making promises and you're not living up to them, you're just proving your enemy wrong. I don't know who your enemy is. It could be yourself. You're just proving that person wrong, that you're actually not going to do what you're going to do. And I think I can correlate me not being successful from all of that. And it's a lot easier to look back and say I did it wrong than be in the moment and say I'm doing something wrong, because everybody's arrogant to an extent. I know I am, and I'm trying to get better at it, but it's hard when you can't look from a future perspective on what you're doing now. That's another thing that I hear a lot from people is, what would your future self do? Like, if he was looking at you right now, he or she was looking at you, and you were doing this certain thing. Like right now, I'm sitting in my closet at my desk with a laptop and no windows. It's dark and I got a salt lamp. If he's looking back, what do you think he would say? Do you think he'd be like, oh, this guy's just sitting here filming his YouTube videos. He's not doing any work. Maybe that's the truth, but I am doing work. That's why I'm sitting in a dark room, because there's no distractions. And it's hard to judge from somebody you don't know, from a perspective that you're not aware of. But I'm kind of rambling here. I don't know. If you're going through something that you feel like you're never making any progress, there's a reason. Everything happens for a reason. That feeling is God telling you something that you should change. Something needs to change. Because I know in my life something needs to change, because I've been on a dry streak for a long time. And that's my fault. It's always your fault. Don't ever try and blame anybody else. Don't try to blame God or your friends or your family, because it's always you. And you may think, oh, but this happened, this happened, this happened. When you look back on it, like I just did with all my videos that I made a year ago almost, everything is my fault. Like in the things, what am I trying to say here? I would say things in those videos, not fully blaming someone else, but me looking at it now, I was completely shooing away the responsibility for myself. And that was the major problem. That's why I can never hit that breaking point to where I actually get where I want to go. It's just, I don't know. I think it all comes down to believing in yourself. Like, you could do whatever you want. If you fully believe, like if you're believing yourself enough to the point someone could literally show you a roadmap of how you're going to fail exactly. You could be like, that's fake. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways. You got to believe in yourself. And it sucks that I realize it now, but all the experiences I've went through have showed me that's true. And I'm not by chance any millionaire. I'm not this genius guy, but I've failed enough times to know how to succeed now. And I'm on that journey, and I know a bunch of people that are looking at this. So I'm just trying to warn some people that things will happen and you're going to be arrogant about it and you're not going to know until you look back. So try and analyze every situation that happens and think, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? Think ahead. Always think ahead. Could be 2 hours, could be 2 days, could be 2 years. Because you never know what's going to happen when you look back. Your future self is always smarter than you. And if it's not, then you got a problem.